the profit experts. Mystery shopping, an effective retail research tool. Retailers are the most successful business people in today's market. The truth is, retailers are also the most vulnerable in today's market. The retail market, though booming, has its share of difficulties. Incidents such as shoplifting, employee theft and vendor frauds can cost a retail company considerably. These issues, if left unchecked for a long period of time, have the potential of growing out of proportion and directly impacting the retailer's profits. Mystery shopping is one way of analyzing the health of our retail store. Shrinkage management concerns with analyzing shrink, identifying the causal factors of shrink and introducing appropriate shrinkage reduction mechanisms to deal with the challenge, and mystery shopping sets the tone for this process to begin at a retail store. This is an expert method of analyzing specific areas of the store's processes and reporting what is observed. What is mystery shopping? This is an assessment method adapted by retailers in association with market research professionals to check the quality of the various processes involved in a retail stores. It is a method of qualitative market research where detailed assessments are made regarding a mystery shopper's shopping experience. This method involves employing a retail shrink management company to implant a mystery shopper into the retail store and collecting data about various processes in a store on a daily basis. This is followed up by assessing the data and identifying areas of improvement. Relationship between mystery shopping and retail shrinkage solutions. It is well known that retail shrinkage is a huge challenge faced by the retail industry and needs innovative and foolproof solutions. Using a mystery shopper, the researchers can find out what exactly the grassroots reality of the retail store is, how various processes are handled by the staff, what kind of customer interaction takes place, and what grievance coping mechanisms are adapted by the store employees. This is critical to handle shrinkage, as only a data-driven approach can solve the problem of retail shrinkage. Listed are the ways in which mystery shopping assists retailers to deal with retail shrinkage. It allows for focused and qualitative data collection in a store. Qualitative data thus collected is assessed by experts for identification of cases of shrink. Once identified, there is an inquiry sought into the reasons contributing to the shrinkage problem. Due corrective measures can be devised by retailers once this data is assessed, and replacement mechanisms can take shape. A disciplined approach to dealing with the shrinkage problem is put in place owing to authentic, inquiry-driven and focused data. Loopholes are plugged, fraudulent dealings are done away with, more practical surveillance methods are devised, and employees are made aware of the importance of handling shrink. Instances of discount and refund abuse, pricing and bidding irregularities are identified by the mystery shopper and actions taken. Item-wise, category-wise and process-wise improvements are put in place, and hence shrinkage is handled better using the authentic data provided by the mystery shopper. Mystery shopping is a process that needs to be executed by experts only. This is because the shopper is required to undergo requisite training in order to ensure that the right data is collected from the store. Aspects such as what to observe, what questions to ask, how to blend with the natural atmosphere at the store, and how to note discrepancies are some of the aspects a mystery shopper needs to be aware of. This is possible only by professionally trained mystery shoppers. Many retail loss prevention firms offer this service to retailers. Manage your store effectively with Profit Protection Consulting. 2011 started quite well for the retail industry, but then New Year's generally brings in a fair amount of profit each year. Since then, however, the outlook has been fairly bleak. People losing jobs, especially a lot of public sector workers, doesn't help the retail businesses either. And then there's inflation, the perennial roadblock when it comes to profit, as its increase usually decreases sales. With so many factors to consider, it isn't a surprise at all that the retail sector is turning to Profit Protection Consulting. Ideally, they would like to improve profit, but before you can do that, you need to make sure you're in a position to protect your current earnings. Another big issue that the retail industry has to deal with is the growth of online shopping. Profit Protection Consulting can help in combating the major online portals like eBay and Amazon. Many people these days regard convenience as their #1 priority. Expecting customers to continue to shop at brick-and-mortar establishments is likely to result in declining revenue. Heavily slashing prices is one way to keep customers coming to the store, but that won't help much either. More sales returning less revenue because of the price drop is an ineffective solution. However, enticing customers to come to the store by holding certain events, like a bookstore having an author come into the store to autograph copies sold, is one way of getting customers to choose traditional shopping over online shopping. Or retail businesses could embrace e-commerce and allow customers to shop at their store's website and deliver orders to the door. This will give existing customers no reason to look elsewhere, as brand loyalty will win out when there's convenience on offer. Profit Protection Consulting also helps in more effective shrinkage management, especially in reducing non-perishable shrinkage. One such way is to use automated receiving systems to account for the stock delivered by vendors to retailers. Making sure resources are up to date and providing adequate support to employees handling the task of receiving can reduce shrinkage by up to 10%. Effective pricing management can also achieve retail profit protection. Following the right procedures when auditing vendor pricing and pricing change is vital. Controlling known loss is another key element of profit protection consulting. Too often goods that are returned by customers or damaged goods are simply neglected and end up as a loss. A designated area needs to be established in the store where employees can follow due process to make sure faulty goods are returned to the vendor and credit received, where possible. Retail profit protection training encourages employees to report cases of suspected theft or damaged goods to store management, so that they can investigate and deal with the matter accordingly. Last but not least, Profit Protection Consulting can help the retail industry embrace technology such as closed-circuit television, CCTV, and the system of electronic article surveillance, EAS, tagging. Retail theft can severely hinder sales revenue and thereby prevent profit improvement. Using a combination of CCTV and EAS tagging systems, strategically placed of course, stores can discourage shoplifters and employees as well from indulging in theft. Even if it fails to dissuade theft, it will definitely assist in identifying theft in time to recover stolen goods. Profit Protection Consulting can be beneficial in store design. With an appropriate layout and the right level of organization and training, the retail industry can make big strides in not only retail profit protection but also profit improvement. An overview of mystery shopping advantages. The retail sector is fast becoming the lifeline of our economy. There are new retail outlets being introduced to the market on a daily basis, and customers and retailers are spoiled for choice. However, one issue that keeps gnawing retailers at the back of their head is that of evaluating retail tasks and practices, and thus being able to measure the rate of losses incurred owing to the worldwide phenomenon of retail shrinkage. While there are many ways of evaluating performance-related issues in the retail stores, one of the most common methods is that of mystery shopping. The meaning of mystery shopping. For understanding mystery shopping advantages, it would be a good idea to understand the phrase mystery shopping. It means using a trained shopper to visit a retail store like a regular customer and make purchases or inquiries related to a chosen product. The mystery shopper is used to collect sufficient data regarding various aspects of the stores. This data is later submitted to the evaluating market or retail research agency. What is evaluated? The parameters of evaluation or observation are preset and based on a detailed questionnaire. Specific aspects such as billing and sales experience, staff courtesy and integrity, administrative procedures, complaint management, vendor interaction and so on are evaluated by the mystery shopper. This shopper is trained beforehand to blend with the retail atmosphere and make observations without letting the staff know that their stores are being evaluated. Mystery shopping advantages. A mystery shopper is able to give detailed data regarding the store experience in terms of product visibility, product selection and display methods, staff courtesy, billing experience, discount and refund validation, pricing and administrative data and so on. Since data is critical to containing the rate of retail shrinkage, this method is useful for researchers and owners alike. Every retail store goes through certain percentage of shrink and irregularities owing to the management of the store. This method can pluck weak links in the retail process chain and prevent situations such as retail theft, retail shrinkage and vendor frauds from occurring. Since the observation goes on without the knowledge of the staff, the reported data is accurate and unbiased. There is no scope for staged responses. In the perspective of the staff, the mystery shopper is just another person visiting the stores. Mystery shopping involves occasional purchases or retail situations such as a fictional and fabricated customer need or grievance. This will enable retailers to gather data about specific copying practices and also analyze if any fraudulent dealings take place in the store. This process, being qualitative in nature, provides detailed accounts of a shopper's experience and enables focused data collection, which otherwise is not achievable by tools such as surveillance cameras and security devices. Factual evaluation is made possible, and thus the task of establishing corrective measures to deal with retail shrinkage-related issues is achieved. The data provided by the mystery shopper forms the basis of revamping the retail experience for the customer and retail practices for the benefit of the retailer. In conclusion, there are many mystery shopping advantages that work in the favor of retailers and evaluators. Using the tool of mystery shopping prudently and with expert help can go a long way in assisting the retailer to contain the percentage of retail shrink. The biggest advantage is that this method can be used a number of times and for various objectives without hampering the retail processes. This helps sustain efforts to make the retail store shrink-proof in future. Thank you for watching. Join us at http://www.theprofitexperts.co.uk.